Welcome, I'm Bryony, and I'm here to take you through your yin session today. And today we're going to look at balancing the water element within ourselves. To do this, I'm going to use postures that stimulate into the Swadhisthana chakra. So this is your sacral chakra, which lies here, and it is the element of water. And so when we're feeling, a lack of flow in our lives, this is a nice class to come to. Also, when we're feeling that we're not allowing ourselves to be in a state of pleasure, we don't allow ourselves to enjoy things. When we're feeling guilty about perhaps enjoying things, and also when there's a lack of creativity in our lives, these are all times that I would come into this area of my body just to check in, to breathe in, to work on bringing in some balance. So we're going to start in a nice wide-legged child's pose. Come around, bring the toes together and open up your knees nice and wide. If you want to, you can put a pillow or a bolster underneath your belly, or otherwise you could just come down like me. And maybe you want to put a blanket under your head. That's also a nice option. So just arrive, and when you feel ready, close down the eyes. And let's take a big clearing breath in together. So just inhale. And I want you to hold your breath. And as you exhale, I want you to land here into this time, into this place, into this moment, and into this posture. And I want you just to start to scan your body here today as you are, and to let go of any expectations that you're holding on yourself in this practice. And setting an intention for your practice may be personal, or I invite you to set the intention to allow yourself to flow. To allow yourself to flow. And what does that mean, to allow yourself to flow? And I want you to flow here into this moment with your breath and your awareness. And I want you to just start to notice where perhaps there's little pockets of tension in your body, where you feel restricted. And that can be anywhere. And I want you to listen to the body as the body shows you today where these pockets of tension are. And it might not be where you think. And so just listen and flow with the body instead of flowing against it. Flow into the breath. Imagining you were a big body of water and you were just taking up all the space that you needed. And you're placing your mind inside that little blockage that you feel, wherever it may be. You're not trying to change anything. You're not trying to push that blockage away. You're just inviting the breath to flow through it. And then as you do that, just notice what happens. As you just let go into the flow of this moment, of this situation, of this experience. And then keep listening to the body. Keep listening to these little conversations the body's giving you. Notice where little pockets of tension are beginning to bubble up, little blocks in the flow of this moment. Don't judge them, try not to press them away, but instead I want you to flow into them, flow into those blocks. Just flow with it. Be with it. If you notice that your body's opened a bit and you can open the legs a little bit wider, maybe just start to press into that. Or if you notice that the body's finding this quite intense, then back off, drawing the legs in a little bit closer. And then just listen to the inner conversations that the body is bringing up, where you're feeling these little blockages today. You're not labeling, you're not creating a story. You're flowing into them. So flow into them. Flow into these sensations. Invite the breath and your awareness just in. Just a few more breaths here, and just really noticing. Maybe created a little bit more flow here. Start to shift your weight slightly forward. And just draw your knees in. And then just stacking your spine, just taking this kneeling position and just arrive here, letting the blood flow. And just noticing breath and body here. So for this next one, I like to use quite a lot of props, but you don't need to do that. And if you don't have anything, that's fine. So I like to take a blanket and put it underneath my back knee, but you can also just roll over your mat. And then I'm going to take some blocks as well. Again, if you don't have any of this stuff, you don't need to do it. So we're going to come to tabletop, and you're going to take your right leg forward to the outside of the mat and turn your right toes out. Now, what I like to do is take the block and place it underneath my back quad on a diagonal, okay? Now, what that's going to do is that's just going to stop me going too far in that back leg, and it's just going to take some pressure off of that back quad, that back hip, which is what I want to happen, because I don't want to go too deep into it, because I honor my yin. Now, you can put your hands on blocks. If you want, you can come up here, but I prefer to be slightly down so that my body can relax a little bit more. I'm going to flip my big toe open and let my knee really open here. You can wiggle a little bit to find that sweet spot. And remember, we're not here to inflict pain upon our bodies, but we're here to move away from pain. So find a place that works for you. Soften the eyes in towards yourself. Take a nice big deep breath in and exhale. Notice if you're grasping somewhere in your body, and if you could let that grasping go. And if you can't let the grasping go, then maybe you need to apply some more props just to support the relaxation of your muscles and your mind into this moment. And then I want you to start to listen to the little conversations that your body is bringing up today. And where can you feel little blockages in the body? And then I want you to flow into those blockages, like just flow the breath in, flow your mind in, maybe visualize a flow of water through that sensation. You're not trying to change anything. You're not trying to push something away. You're just landing into it and spreading every cell of your awareness into that moment. Now, because we're not permanent beings, those sensations are going to shift and change. So then notice when it's released and it's flowing, and then there's another little pocket of sensation that pops up. You're going to put your mind there, and you're going to flow the breath, flow the awareness, flow the water within you into that area of your body. I've got about 1 more minute here to investigate and to flow into this moment. Then just start to gently turn your right toes forward, shift your weight back, move the block if it's under the left leg. We're just going to take a little gentle downward dog. So you're just going to place your hands down, step back, and you can go to child's pose here as well if you want, or you can just lift up and back and just kind of pad a little bit through your downward dog. Notice one leg, notice the other leg. Just breathe in and out here, 3 big breaths. maybe feel the imbalance between one side and the other side. Good. So let's create a little bit of balance and bring it into the other side. So I'm going to put the blanket under my right knee. Left foot goes forward, turning the left toes out. And then I'm going to put this block underneath my back leg. Using the blocks or something underneath your body as you need, turn the left toes out and bring the left big toe up off of the ground. You can also come down onto your elbows if this feels nice. Today, I don't want to take it that deep. I'm choosing to come out quite a lot today. But of course, it's your body and you can go into the place that feels right for you as long as you're not creating any stress in your body. Just notice if you need to take any adjustments to be kinder to this moment. Remembering this is not a practice of forcefully stretching, it is a practice of passive. And so if you can't relax your jaw, if you can't relax your muscles, then you're in too deep. So see if you can make an adjustment internally and externally to find the place that will better suit this hold. Nice big deep breath in and out. And then I want you to listen to the inner dialogue of the body. And can you feel where the body is like, hi? And it's like, hello, listen to me, look at me. And I want you to flow into it. Just flow. Again, you could visualize water running through your body like a river, just clearing any debris. You could just visualize the breath, breathing into that part of your body. But you're not forcefully pushing anything away. You're just flowing into it, flowing into this moment. Notice how your body responds to this flow. And then sensations will shift and little pockets of tension or blockages will poke up somewhere else. And then I just want you to put your mind there, your awareness there, and just breathe and flow into that space. The mind gets distracted by external situations or moments. Can you just pull it back and come into the flow of this moment? Nice big last breath here, big cleansing breath in and out. And then just turn the left toes in, move maybe the block under the leg if it's there, coming into your child's pose, or just coming into this very nice mindful downward facing dog. Maybe notice if you've now created balance here between the sides. And you can wiggle, you can be still, just whatever feels right for you here in this moment. And then come down onto your knees. And then coming into our shoelace posture. So you can do this many, many ways. What you can do is bring the left knee forward and then the right knee on top. So it will look like this. I'm just going to turn and face you. If this feels really uncomfortable in your body, you're not going to force it. You can do something. You can sit on the block and just create a little bit of height. Or if that feels really uncomfortable, you can extend the bottom leg. So find what works for you today. Remember, every day is going to feel different. And we're just going to arrive here with a straight spine, first of all. And so just arrive. Turning your gaze in towards yourself. Soften that jaw. Remember, if the jaw is clenched, it's a little telltale that we're already in too deep. And so maybe make any adjustments that will better serve your body today. You're just going to drop your awareness down into the Swadhisthana chakra, which is in between your hip bones and in front of your sacral. And imagine it's a beautiful dwelling point, like there's a beautiful lake or body of sea right in that area. And you're just going to breathe into it. And it's like every breath you take just creates cleaner and cleaner and pure water. And you just want to even out this little lake inside of your lower belly that we're visualizing here. We don't want the pelvis to tilt forward or back, but we just want to find that balance there. And just feeling into that for a moment. And just letting the hips relax here, the legs relax. If this feels good, if this feels great for you today, then you're going to go ahead and just stay here with the head above the hips. If you feel like you want to fold down and in, you're going to start to shift your weight forward, and maybe the hands come down. Maybe you bend your elbows and support your head. Maybe you take some blocks and stack up the blocks and put a blanket over it and allow yourself to be supported here. So just kind of choose what feels right for you today. And remember, it's not about what anyone else is doing, but it's about what's right for you today. Oops, I'm sorry. And then let the head just be where it wants to be. And you're just going to continue to allow the hips, the legs, the jaw to soften. And you're just going to look inside of yourself here in this moment. And you're just going to feel where are those pockets of tension that are kind of stopping me from just moving. And you're not going to try and change it. You're just going to flow into it. Just flow into those areas of your body. And just really watch what happens as you just flow into it. And as you flow into your body, notice that perhaps those sensations shift. And then you listen. And you flow into the sensations that are coming up. And so you're just flowing with yourself.
notice what's going on and continue to flow in towards yourself, your body, your breath, this moment. Notice what comes up in your mind, for it's also part of this purification process. Can you allow those thoughts just to flow out as you just flow back into the body? Nice big breath in and out. And then just bring your shoulders up over your hips, or if you're already there, just let the others arrive. And then just shift your weight back. Bring the legs forward. And I like to just bring my hands behind my back, just curl my chest in the other way, and you can wiggle the legs as well. Good. And then we're going to bring that to the other side. So right leg will come in and the left leg will go on top. Again, you can put something under your butt, or you can extend the right leg forward for a half shoelace instead. And then we're just going to start by just arriving here. Soften down the eyes. And then just start to tune into, how do you feel here? Take any adjustments that you need to make this a place where you can be still and invite your body to soften. Then drop your awareness right down into the area in between the hip bones and in front of the sacrum, your lower belly. And just like breathe deep here, put your awareness there. Imagine there was a beautiful bowl of water here. And you're just steadying that water. And as like every breath, the water just seems to get more vibrant and clean and pure. Like it's the most beautiful body of water you've ever seen. Beautiful colors. And you can stay here with the spine upright, or you can come into the fold. Remember, one side's going to be possibly, more than likely, different from the other. So maybe one side has more mobility than the other. Just allow that to take place, and then just make adjustments to be where you need to be. And remember, this is not about inflicting a deep stretch on your body or deep pain, but we just want to find an edge. And we want to marinate in that edge. And then I want you to breathe deeply in and out as you just tune in to your second side. And listen to the inner conversations that are coming up here today. And then I want you to flow into those inner sensations that the body's showing you in this moment. If at any point it becomes too much, you just back off. And remembering that you should be able to breathe deeply. And if the jaw is relaxed or the breath is short, then back out of the posture and create a more loving space for your body to breathe, for your body to flow. And just flowing into these sensations wherever they may be in your body. Your mind starts to get distracted, just pull it back and listen to the internal dialogue and flow back into your body. Just connecting back into this moment, to yourself here. Nice big exhale. And then just bringing the body up, extending the legs forward, taking that little arc through the spine. Maybe wiggle the legs or just stretch them away. And then we're going to come around onto our back for our last posture. So just making your way gently onto your back and take your blocks with you. Bring the soles of the feet together, open up the knees and support the blocks under the outside of the legs. Make sure you're nice and warm so you can put a blanket over you. And then you're going to take your hands, create a triangle so that your thumbs are touching and the index fingers and maybe the middle fingers. And then bring that down so that the palms are resting on the hip bones and the fingertips are going down towards the pubic bone. And so you're just creating this little downwards triangle on your lower belly. Maybe you need to just squeeze the shoulder blades a little bit together to allow the front of the heart to open. And I want you just to massage the back of the head. So just kind of like wiggle the back of the head like you're screwing it into the mat. And then just soften your body here into this time and this space. And just flow into this moment. Listen to the inner dialogue that comes up, the inner sensations, the inner conversations from the body. And just allow yourself to flow. Releasing any tightness or tension that you feel by just flowing today. Start to bring your hands down to the outside of your legs and just close the knees in. And just take a moment there just to feel that. And then you can keep your knees bent in towards each other, toes in, heels out for your Shavasana. Or you can extend the legs, extend the arms, and coming into your resting place. And just take a big breath in and down. And then just visualizing, see, sense, or feeling that you're just floating in a beautiful bed of water. A completely still bed of water, and you're just floating on this water. And there's slight little waves, but you're safe. And you just allow yourself to be here floating in the water. Just allowing the water to carry you. And you completely trust this body of water as it carries you. let your body return onto your mat, feeling the ground support you beneath you. And then start to bring awareness into the toes and the fingers as you just start to move them, circle them. Maybe take a big stretch. And draw your knees into your chest. Find your way onto the right side to the fetal position. And then pressing up into your comfortable seated position. Bring your hands to prayer as you arrive. And just notice your inner vibrations and sensations here. And then just bowing your head in towards yourself, to your efforts and your effortless effort. Bowing into your body and your experience today. And giving thanks to the water that is all around us, within us, and that supports us. And then we bow forward with gratitude for this practice, this time. Thank you for practicing with me today. I hope you feel beautifully calm and flowing, and I hope that this helps you progress through your current blockages. And remember that blocks are not permanent. They are just in a state of ebb and flow, such as are we.